I took online courses and I even went to college during COVID for graphic design, but I didn't actually get my degree. Yet, I was able to get a job as a graphic designer because I used internships. I made the work I wanted to get hired for, and I reached out to these design companies. This led me to work on a dream project for Patagonia. I wanted to share my experience in getting a job, what worked for me, and share if school has been worth it. I want to quickly disclaim that this is not a fast or easy way to become a graphic designer. I chose to take classes while working at my full-time job. So, typically after my day classes, I'd work at my full-time job working closing shifts. Then I'd go home and work on more projects. And for this class, I worked on a label concept for a matcha beverage company. Here in Hawaii, I chose this design program because it focused on creating projects. It was a 2-year program, but required 1 year of general art classes. Over the course of the pandemic, our design cohort was cut in half. I felt like throwing in the towel and calling it quits. This was a challenging time for many students. I did my best to push through because I wanted to get to the internship part of the program, which was in the last 2 semesters. That's where we work with companies and get real work experience. A requirement of the internship class included sending an email of why we wanted to work with that company and a sample of our design work. For me, I chose companies that I could see myself working with in the future after the internship. And after much planning, the team that I wanted to work with accepted my internship offer. And they even offered to pay me. In this internship, I got to work on a dream project, graphic art for Patagonia. This company is known for working with clients like Patagonia, Hawaii, which is a big reason I reached out to them in the first place. And other than the project for Patagonia, I got to help on some web design, some illustration, and label and packaging design concepts. Although my experience with them lasted for a semester, I got valuable experience either way. And for the rest of my design program, I got a summer job as a web designer and I interned at 2 more companies where I worked with a coffee brand and designed a magazine. Now, even though my experience with those internships were great, they unfortunately did not lead me to a full-time position. I felt discouraged, but COVID affected these companies being able to hire another designer. Even after completing my design program, I didn't have enough college credits to fill my degree anyway. I chose to work in that summer job mentioned earlier to gain real work experience rather than taking another general education class. I felt at that time it was unnecessary, and I took that risk, hoping that the work experience would be more important. Months after my program ended, I had already applied to countless graphic design jobs in Hawaii, and even some remote jobs in the mainland with no luck. But despite that, I kept in touch with my counselors for job opportunities. There was a good opportunity to become a web designer at a local company, but that sadly did not work out. Soon after that, my counselor contacted me again about a position at a printing company. And that was good news because it was important for me to get a job in the industry as soon as possible. Since I chose to stick with the program, I built new relationships with other designers and companies, and because of that, my past internship reached out to me for freelance work because they liked the work that I did for them as an intern. They knew I didn't get my degree, but in the end, they found my portfolio and my work ethic to be more important. Now, this is my experience, and I found that you don't need a degree to become a graphic designer. I took advantage of the structure in the design program and the hands-on learning inside of the classes. And because of that, I built connections with designers, teachers, and counselors. And the support and resources of the program alone, I found to be worth it. I was determined to complete the program without a degree. And that perseverance led me to achieve a gold award for my book cover design project. That project allowed me creative freedom to document the process in a video, which led me on another path to create videos and share them here on YouTube. You might not have time or even want to go back to school for graphic design. But for me, I dropped out of college back in 2013, and I wanted to go back to finish my degree. So I did, but in the end, I didn't even get my degree. And my experience in the whole program during COVID, oh man, it was still worth it. It was fun. If I could have done it all over again, I would just make the work that I want to get hired for. So yeah, you can be a graphic designer faster than I did, definitely, in less than 3 years. Find someone or a group of people, a community that can keep you accountable. I appreciate your time watching this. Take care.